Hey guys, so today I am finally bringing you my classroom tour. Welcome to my channel. Tish here with Teaching According to Tish. It's been a long journey. I'm still not done, but here we go. Welcome to my classroom tour. Yes, we're super late considering today is the last day of September, but better late than never. I am done with what I am going to do in the classroom for now. Of course, there are still some things that I would like to add, some little minor things, but it's functioning and it's 99% done. So welcome to my classroom for the 2019-2020 school year. So we are standing at the doorway, and this is a quick view of what the whole class looks like. So as soon as you come into the doorway, you have to the right hand side the restroom. So on that wall I have my portable bulletin board that I made. So I make portable bulletin boards that way that regardless of what room I'm in or what school I'm in, I can take it with me. And I've left some spaces open, that way I can add a few more words on here to encourage my students to be their best. So then you have the restroom, and it's a basic restroom. I've already showed this to you guys. If you were here when I first came to the classroom, it's just a toilet. So I found this cute restroom sign that I just thought would be a little cute touch to add, since it is a unisex bathroom. I thought that it was super cute because you look at the two kids are doing the potty dance. So I created this sign just to put on the door because the door does not lock for safety reasons. It has a lock on the inside, but it doesn't lock. So this sign, the kids can just flip around to say that it's occupied when they go in, and then when they come out to say that it's available. And it was just something simple that I made in Google Slides. Right there is the crate that they put their belongings in that they want to have with them for the next class. So when they come with me before we go to lunch, they will put their belongings in there to take to the next class, because as soon as they come back from recess, they go straight to their other class and they're not able to come back in to get their things. So they would just keep their things in here. Clearly we have some leftovers that were left behind that they will have to get tomorrow morning. All right, next to the restroom is my wall of cabinets, which I absolutely love. My last classroom did not have any cabinets whatsoever. I just wish that these uppers had doors so that I can actually close them off. I do like being able to showcase my canvas bins that I have up there. I do like that. However, I still wish that I had some closed cabinets, that way I can store my supplies and belongings properly. But before we talk about that any longer, let's just jump over here. So this is my absent corner, where if they're absent they can find what they missed. So we don't have much left. I don't make too many copies, like extras. So this is their homework for the week. I only had one student absent, so they will need to get this when they come back tomorrow. And then here is my files, where I just keep, if I do have extra copies, I put them there. I like organizers and other printables that I've created. I keep a hard copy in here as well for me. My intention was to have it set for every day of the month. That way that I can go and transfer the papers from here and put them there. But like I said, I never make too many extra copies. If a student loses theirs, then I'll just go make that one copy for them if I don't have it. But otherwise I don't make too many extra copies, so I don't end up using this for that purpose. So I just use it as a place to hold my files, because I don't like using a file cabinet. All right, these bins are used for their agendas. So when they come in and unpack their belongings, they place them in the agenda that coordinates with their classroom. So I organize my classes by colors. So my homeroom is pink, and then my block 2 is blue. So everything that we do it is associated to those two colors and they know what color they are. So they put their agendas in there. There's actually two there. So the second one is for their homework folders for Mondays when I collect those for the week prior. This is for their Thursday folders that they will put in on Friday or Monday whenever they bring back their Thursday folders. So I had a couple who brought theirs back today. These bins are not always here. We're getting ready to do a class read with Save Me a Seat. So I just went ahead and separated the books for the tables for how many students are at each table. And these book bins will just stay there until we're done. That way that what they need is at their table and they don't need to waste time transitioning to go get their books. This is actually something that I just started using today. So I got these popsicle sticks from the free teacher store, and what I did, nothing major. I wanted to make sure that I went ahead and started using them. So based on their class, I put all of the numbers for the students. So this would be my homeroom, and I have the numbers facing down, that way they're randomly selected. I need to flip these over, and this is for my block 2. So each student number is on one, and like today I went through and picked 2, and this is for them to clean the tables in the cafeteria after lunch. So we know that tomorrow is actually numbers 1 and 8 will clean the tables, 12 and 14 clean the tables today, and then I'll explain it to my block 2 tomorrow and tell them that we're going to do it even when I don't have them in the morning. That way we can keep track of who's washed the tables and who hasn't, and we won't have double duties. Say like if they're with me when they go to lunch on a day and they clean the tables, then they won't clean the tables the next day when they're with my team teacher to go to lunch. So that way we just keep track of it. I've actually used this for a different reason, and I forgot to create a label for this, but this is where I am housing our Kleenex, and I have it just pulled underneath so that they can just come and get them. So I just need to remember to make a label. So like I said, I'm 99 or 98% done. There were just some things that I forgot, and that was one of them, to create a label to say facial tissues or Kleenex, and then right by the Kleenex I have some hand sanitizer. So right next to that is our sink, and this is just for them to wash their hands after they use the restroom. So I have supplied soap for them and some lotion, and that is lavender scented lotion, so it should keep them nice and calm. We don't have soap in here for whatever reason. They don't fill up the soap in our classrooms, so I supplied my own soap, and I just got that from the Dollar Tree. I know not to get that again because it does dry your hands out, so I'll probably just get a better brand soap from like Walmart or such, because I also wash my hands in the sink before I eat my lunch. Alright, these bins are just here because I have no purpose for them. I have no place for them. So they are here for whenever I need to put something in them. There is the trash bin for our paper towels and for our Kleenex. That way that if they're over here washing their hands or blowing their nose, they don't need to walk all the way back to the door to throw it away, to eliminate all of that transition and locomotion. I just put that there so that easy peasy way for them to throw out their paper towel or Kleenex. And like I said, up above in these upper cabinets, I have put my canvas bins, and these are full with school supplies. Like these two are filled with pencils. I don't remember what's in here. That one is rulers. This is glue, post-it notes, pins that we don't, well, and some post-it notes. Looks like I got confused. This is different types of tape, and then these are all dry erase markers and dry erase supplies. This cabinet, because I didn't have the shelf, I just put some artwork. So, and I showed this in one of my first vlogs. During our very first work day, the staff got together. This was the first thing that we did. We created our masterpiece, because that is our motto for the school year, creating a masterpiece each day. And we all painted an owl, which is our mascot. So mine was my class colors, but then when it dried, it didn't dry to look like my colors anymore, but I still love the way that it turned out. And then this Embrace the Journey I thought was cute, and it was left here by a previous teacher. Up above, those are our books that we're reading for first, second, and third quarter. And then we have another set of books that we're going to read for fourth quarter that I will find a place for. But these are the books that we're reading as a whole class. And like I said, we're starting Save Me a Seat tomorrow. And those are the 3 extras that I have because we each, myself and my other 4th grade language arts teacher, got 20 apiece. And I only have 17 kids maximum in my class, in one of my classes. These are just things that I had no place to put, so I put them up there. Don't intend on using them, but that's where they went. Right next to the paper towels is the big wardrobe, and this is filled with school supplies. So in this upper section I have paper, so I have all of my different colored copy paper, and then behind it are stacks and stacks of loose leaf paper and legal pads. Like this whole area behind is loose leaf paper, plus there's some up there hidden. So I have loose leaf paper in the back as well as Xerox paper back there. This bin has kid scissors. Well, I think it just has regular scissors too. So this bin is just scissors, yellow highlighters, pencil sharpeners. This is colored cardstock paper. On this side, do I need labels for this? Because clearly I need labels for my canvas bins. So I have a bunch of different office supplies stacked up back there. I have a bunch of glue sticks. This here are folders. Down there it looks like a mess, but it's still organized chaos. So these items are just miscellaneous items that I didn't have a place for or room for. These are all composition notebooks. Most of the ones in the front are the ones that the students brought in, and then those are binders. And then this side, so I got this from the Dollar Tree to hold, like if I keep an extra sweater here. I also plan to use it to hold my anchor charts when I start to implement those. This bin has a bunch of, what do you call them? Plastic bags, like storage bags. And then I got these from the free teacher store the other day to put maybe like heads up word cards in there, because we do the game Heads Up as a warm up sometime. And then you have all of the crayons, markers, and colored pencils. And those are there just because when I organized all of this, I didn't have any of them with me. And as you can see, I am limited on space. So they are just there for now. In the corner right next to that big wardrobe are my file cabinets. Now, if you've been with me since the beginning of this channel, you know that I wanted to get rid of them. I'm happy I didn't. I thought that I would have had enough space with all of my cabinets, but I don't. So I am storing extra supplies and things in there. I'm not using them for paper because that is a headache. And then these bins are filled with instructional books, things that I normally don't use and just have from college and from going to different professional developments. So that is where they are housed. Right next to the file cabinets is the student center. So at their center they have their Chromebooks as well as a command station with different supplies that they may need. That bucket was filled with pencils that I just threw away because they look like someone was eating on them. So I will put some more in there, but I have pencils in there for them, the pencil sharpener, some loose leaf paper, and then staplers that they could use. And then we have their Chromebooks, and I organized them differently this year just to help with plugging them in, because in the past I have always numbered the Chromebook and their spot so that they knew what spot to go to, but then I would have chargers going all over the place, crossing each other, so this way they know what charger belongs to them as well. And you can see how it is numbered there, and then number 1, and then it's teal and teal, and then number 2, and then you have magenta and magenta, so that they know where their Chromebooks go and which charger is to. Their command center is my library. I love the way this turned out. And I didn't think I was going to need all of these bookcases, but clearly I did, and I could use some more. So the way that I did this, I put all of the lettered level books here in these white bins and then ran out of space. So then I just put the rest of them on the top of these bookshelves here. That way that they were kept separate. And then within the shelves, they're all leveled with their AR book levels. So we go from 2nd grade to 4th grade, all 4th grade, then 5th grade, then 5th grade and 6th grade. And that's how they are organized. And most of those books are novels. And then in the 2 white bins there, they're mixed up, but those are the picture books. That are upper level picture books for them to read. And then the tall bookcase has book club books or partner read books. So it's any books that I had 2 or more copies of. Some of them are mine, some of them belong to the school. So there are a lot of books there where we could even do a whole class read. So there are a lot of books for them to pick from. That way, if they want to read with a partner, they can do so. If they want to read in a reading group, they can do so. So this is what the library looks like. So on this small bulletin board, I have some reading strategies on how to better comprehend the text and answer questions if you're answering questions. So what does the text say? And then I have the read, explain, ask, and decide. And then I have some other strategies that they can use below with the teal background and the navy and white stripe border, which I love navy and white stripe. I love anything nautical. So I have my lanterns here. Then I have another one of my makeshift bulletin boards with this quote from Kid President Be Somebody, who makes everybody feel like a somebody. This lamp is a lamp that I've had for a few years now. It was actually silver with a colorful lampshade, and because I wanted to use gold accents this year, I went ahead and spray painted it gold and added a white lampshade that I got from Five Below, and I think the lampshade was only $3. I added another rug, so I had that rug prior, and I don't know if you can tell that there's a slight variation in color just because one's a year older. And then once I set up the library, I realized that I would need another one, so I went and got another one from Walmart, and those were $20 each. The body pillow was another free item that I got a couple years ago. Got that from the same teacher that gave me the lamp when she left and moved. And then I just added the teal pillowcase maybe 3 years ago when I went to this color scheme. The beanbag was from that same teacher. It's quite old. If you can't tell, it's a little beat up. And then that crate just has all the books that haven't been leveled yet for me to organize them in a shelf. So that's why they are in. So on my wall, you'll see that I have Teaching Inspired. Those were black and green, I believe, that I got from the dollar spot at Target, and I spray painted them gold to go with the class decor. My desk is just a little bit cluttered, but this is my desk. I love how I decorated the bottom of it to cover up the black with the navy and white stripe, and then the monogram that I made, and I used foam board for that, and then just painted the foam board the teal color. On my desk you see my pictures of my fur babies, and then my boyfriend Michael and I, and a golden apple. That apple I got from Target. I put pencils in there and didn't like it. I put pens in there and didn't like it. So I'm just gonna leave it without putting anything inside of those holes. But on the back of the apple, it says, "It takes big hearts to shape little minds." And I wanted to keep that quote there so that when I'm sitting at my desk, I can see it, but the gold apple will be facing anyone else. I have this L that I got from the free teacher store for my first name, Letitia. That book we will be using soon, so I wanted to pull it out from those bins that were over the file cabinet. That's my lunch bag and my water bottle, and then you see all the rest of the stuff that's on my desk. I have our book ready for us tomorrow, my denim jackets and my seat. And then here is my computer table. So over there you see that I have my Sterilite drawers. I created those labels for all the things that I have stored in there. So I have my stickers and my die cut that we get from the free teacher store, so I don't have to ever cut anything out, which is awesome. But as you can see, I have a lot because I have 2 drawers and they are full. Then I have notes from like people that I've worked with in the past, or from students, or cards, greeting cards from students or people that I've worked with in the past, cardstock, and then the bottom just has copy paper. Then I have the cutest little bookshelf that was given to me by another teacher that left the job that I was at. You see 2 other copies of the books that we're going to read. My plant that I got from Five Below, it is a faux plant. On top are gifts that I got from students. And then the trophy I got for the first year that I coached cheerleading, which was also my first year teaching. My bookworms. So these bookworms I give to students after they read a book and pass the test successfully on getepic.com. They have quizzes for the students to take, so if they get an 80 or higher on a quiz after reading a book, they earn a bookworm. And then I have some personal items there, those 2 seashells. Those two seashells were given to me by a student, and then that plaque with the Bible verse was given to me by another student. So next you have my computer, my keyboard, and my mouse with my Mickey Mouse mouse pads. My lamp, this was an added thing. This was an added piece this year. So my lamp, this was added this year. I got that from Walmart for I think $5 or maybe less than $6. I don't remember. And then my class schedule is posted on this side of the smart board just because it was less space over here and I wanted to make sure that I used it, and I think that it works perfectly. On the other side of the whiteboard I have my calendar, and I did decide to keep the organizer that I got from Michael's. It looks great with the calendar set that I got from Teachers Pay Teacher. So I have the extra months there for hanging up there, and then I have the extra months there to put on the actual calendar. And then I also have my supplies for my Yoni, so that they know what supplies they need each day. This is filled with different like decoration pieces that I haven't used, or just things I've used in the past and I just needed a place to put them. On this side of the storage drawers you have some bins that I got from Big Lots. My goal was to return them because clearly I didn't need them, but I passed the deadline, so I need to figure out what I'm going to use them for so I can get my money's worth. But for now, I just have my Chromebook stored in there and it's charging. I'm sitting here doing my mini lesson. It's convenient to have my Chromebook over here with me and to have it charging, so I just leave it here now instead of putting it on my desk. Alright, so this side of the smartboard is where I put the agenda for each of the subjects that I teach. So on top I have language arts, and then I have social studies underneath, and then you have a weekly quote with my Bitmoji, which I clearly could have made bigger, but it's okay. So our quote for this week is "Be the change you want to see in the world." And on Fridays we will discuss what that quote means to them. So above the smartboard is one of the last things that I made. They are these motivational posters that I absolutely love the way they turned out. I don't love the way that they're up here just because of where the smartboard is. They're not centered, but I do love the way that they turned out, and I'm super happy that I made them. So here on this bulletin board you have our VIP board. So we have our top 5 students, and that will be the top 5 readers based on our map test. I just haven't put their names up yet, but I do know who they are. have the student of the month, and then we will have honor roll for first, second, and third quarter beneath there. Here is where I'm going to put my anchor charts once I get them done. I still have my No David anchor chart up here because it's the only one I've created so far this year. So yeah, go me. And then behind my small group table, I have what will be my word wall. Right now it's just my alphabet wall because I don't have any words up, but you know, one step at a time. And on this wall, you have all of our cubbies. We are only using 3 sets of cubbies right now. And that's where you see all of their names on their doors. Above their cubbies, we have my printout that I created of the Dream Big, Work Hard, and Stay Kind. Love the way that turned out. What I did is I cut them out on cardstock and then I added the color paper over them. So that's how I was able to get the metallic gold and the shiny magenta pink. And then lastly, we go back to the door and I have my birthday wall. So for now it's just August and September. And then there is the trash recycle bin. They put their lunch bags in that pink crate. My emergency backpack, my bus list, emergency route, exit, and then my umbrella for those rainy days. The seating arrangement. And from my desk, I have this L-shaped desk here with 4 students, and each table has their own storage carts, and this was actually only 3. I have 6 of them, but only needed 4, so I took 1 off of 2 of them and then created them to be 4, that way that each class has a drawer for social studies and a drawer for language arts. So this is a pinwheel with 4 students. I have 1 long table, and then I have a student who's in a wheelchair, so she has her own separate desk to accommodate her wheelchair. That is one of the small group tables that my TA uses, another pinwheel here, and then my small group table. And those don't stay there. The students will ask to use them and take them to their desk whenever they want to use them. And I got these 2 white ottomans from Five Below. It was actually clear ottomans with glitter in them, and then the white ottoman cover, so they were each $5. I also got those exercise balls from Five Below, and I got the noodles from Harris Teeter to help keep them sturdy. So here I have my saucer chair that I sit in, that I love, that puts me to sleep because it is just that comfortable. That I use for whenever I am doing a read aloud or my mini lesson, and I will have the students sitting on the floor. I started out with just 1 rug and it wasn't big enough, so I decided to go get another one, which is supposed to be the same size, but for some reason the new one is about 2 inches longer. But you know, you wouldn't notice if I didn't say anything. Back there is 2 different cushions that they can use to sit somewhere else in a room, with some clipboards to use for whenever they sit on the cushions or if they are sitting on the ottoman, because they are able to take these and move them around the room as well. This crate just has our social studies weeklies, and that's what we use for social studies, so it has some great activities for them to read through the article and answer some questions. And I think that is it for my room tour. Sorry for the delay, but I am super excited that I finally got it done. No, my room does not look how I would love it to look. I still need to figure out what to do with this area up here, and it'll get done whenever it gets done. But I truly hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that this inspires you. So I hope that you really enjoy this, and go ahead and give this video a thumbs up if you like what you've seen. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you are new to the channel, I would love to have you as part of my family. And welcome to all my new subscribers. Every time I check, I have some more, and I really appreciate you guys. Please go ahead and make sure that you continue to share this channel and leave a comment below of what you think about my classroom and some suggestions for some of the questions that I've had about what to do with certain things like this space up here. I'll see you guys again for another video on Friday. As always, I love you and thank you for your support.